How's it going, everyone? Nate Rathman here with Spiritual Stewardship with another soul snack, and today's soul snack is titled Portals. I love watching videos about portals. I like watching videos about jumping timelines and quantum mechanics and all of this stuff. But to be honest, I've never really had an experience of any of this stuff, and I don't know exactly what it all means. I'm just fascinated by it. Today I was hanging out with my family. We went to a park that we had never been to before, and the kids were playing at the playground, and I spotted a trail off in the distance. And after the kids were done playing, I was like, let's go up and explore this trail. So I took the family up to a point where they had kind of gotten over it, and they were like, we're going to head back. And I said, well, can I go on and explore a little more? And they were like, yeah, just meet us back at the playground. So I went on, and in my exploration, I found this like big bramble archway that led into this beautiful forested area where all of these intentional wind chimes had been set up. And there was all these like handmade benches everywhere, and this whole labyrinth of trails with like faces with shells on the trees. It was beautiful. And I just like, I didn't have time to explore it, but I just took it in, and I was like, I could feel the energy of awe and interest that people had put into this place. And then I started walking back, but I was taking the long way back. And then I found this pond, and I was looking at the pond, and then like these turtles were there, and they looked at me, and then they jumped in the water. And it was so exciting. I found a turtle on my walk last week. It was a lot of synchronicities here. And then I also spooked this really beautiful and big bird. It might have been a grouse or some kind of, I don't know. It was big, a pheasant maybe. And then I walked back to the playground, and I was telling my wife about everything that happened. And she was like, you've only been gone for like 2.5 minutes. And you found a secret forest, a pond full of turtles, and some big exotic bird that you've never seen before. And I was like, yes, I know. And it felt like I had stepped into a portal. And really, if I'm going to break it down a little bit, it felt like I made, I was led by my bliss. I made a novel decision, and I did an action and moved into an area to explore. And I think this might be something to think about. So that's the soul snack for today, is to think about portals of transformation or portals of exploration or quantum jumping, and to think, how do I do this? How do I bring this into my own life? It's, following your bliss, doing something novel, and making an action or taking steps towards something that maybe you wouldn't normally do. So doing something different. This isn't fully fleshed out, but thank you for indulging me. The soul snack today is to explore this idea of portals and do something completely different and novel. Let your heart lead the way, let your curiosity lead the way, and see if you don't get surprised and delighted like I was. All right, thanks everyone.